Have we gone live yet? I need to know. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm fuming. I'm absolutely fuming. Chelsea 4, Manchester United 3. We've bottled it again. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Red Devil Recap. We are here. I am absolutely fuming. I want to say I can't believe it, but I can absolutely 110% believe it. Just when you think that they were going to pull it off once again, somehow, they did the opposite and they pulled it off in reverse and they bottled it. They bottled it again. I hate this team. Not the club, but I hate this team. I hate this team. I'm done with this team. I can't, dude. How did we do this again? How did we give up 2 goals in like 45 seconds at the end of the match? We did so well the second half. To throw it away in the last 45 seconds of the game. How can this team continue to find a way to bottle these matches? I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, the first half, we gave up 2 terrible goals. Defensively, we looked like shit. The midfield and the defense, the disconnect between them was awful, and it was absolutely killing us. Caicedo decides he wants to gift us a goal. Garnacho, beautiful finish, takes it, brings some life back into us, a little bit of fight. We get the second. The third was an absolute masterclass, and I wanted that to be the winning goal, if not score another one, so we can celebrate that, because that was absolutely beautiful from Anthony and Garnacho. And yet, this team, once again, has bottled this shit. They are bottlers. That's it. There's nothing. The season is over, bro. Over. Forget the cup. It doesn't even matter if we make it to the final, because they're not going to win it. They can't do it. They can't close out a match in the Premier League. They're not winning shit. This season has been an absolute disaster. Varane goes off injured. Johnny Evans comes in. Johnny Evans makes 4 fantastic blocks as soon as he comes in. Goes off injured. Puts on Kumbala. Kumbala, by the way, didn't put a foot wrong when he came in. And I wanted to big this kid up because I thought he was absolutely fantastic from the second he came in to the end of the match. But I can't believe it, but I can believe it, that these guys have done this again. They've done it again. There's no more hope for this team. There's no more hope for this season. It's over. There's no top 4. We're not getting Champions League. Ten Hag is looking like he might get sacked now, because I have no faith in this team anymore. I have no faith. There is no way that you can keep bottling matches like this. There is absolutely no way. And you think that these guys are going to do something. There's zero chance. Zero. I mean, I just don't understand how these players can continue to do things like this. I don't get it. Let me see if I get this channel back on, because I want to rewatch these goals. I mean, second half, let's just talk about it. The second half, I think we came out and we played very, very well. We played very, very well in the second half. And the whole time I was thinking, up until the last 2 minutes of the game in injury time, I was thinking, this is how we need to come out and play our matches. This is how you have to play. We were defending as a team, as a unit, getting in front of the ball, making important stops, getting the tackles, trying to break quick, being precise, being accurate, being determined to go get another goal. That was what I wanted to see. But then I just don't understand, and not for nothing, because I'm not going to give this team excuses because they've had more than enough excuses. They've been giving more than enough chances. We've been patient with them. We've given them benefits of doubt. It's done. They get no more. They get no more after this. They get no more after this. Okay? I think both penalties were soft. I think they were soft. I think the second one was very soft. It was stupid by Delo, but I think it was soft. I think that was soft. Like, in my honest opinion, the second one, I really don't feel like it was a penalty, but they still bottled it to lose. They didn't even get the point out of the match, dude. They didn't even get a point out of the match, which is the worst part of the whole thing. It's the worst part of the whole thing. They didn't even get a point out of the match, man. Like, I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. Listen, guys, if you haven't subscribed, drop a like if you could. It helps us out. And get your comments in. I want to read your comments. If you guys have any thoughts, anything, write them. I got the chat up on the screen. I'll read them out. I'll respond to you. Come on, get involved. I want to hear your opinions. It's not just about my opinion. We're trying to build a community here. I want to hear your thoughts. So drop something in the chat for me. And yeah. But I can't. I'm lost for words. I'm trying not to repeat the same thing, but in my head it's just going over and over and over again of just how the hell did they manage to do such a thing? Hold on. Unbelievable. And Erik ten Hag, I feel bad for this guy because at this point, you know, he makes his mistakes. He has his faults. He's not a perfect man, right? He's not a god. He's not invincible. He does make his mistakes, but there's so many moments throughout the season where these group of players has let this man down. And they've let us down. They let us down, you know, throughout years now. But they've let this man down. And I think, you know, one of the criticisms I had of the last match against Brentford was he took way too long to make substitutions. The substitutions, a lot of them are forced. I think he made the substitutions today at the right time. I understood what he was thinking with the taking out the Rasmus Højlund to put in Marcus Rashford because there was a lot of space and Rashford excels when there's a lot of space in behind. And I could see that the thinking behind that was to hit the long balls over the top so Marcus could run onto it. Unfortunately, I almost forgot Marcus was playing because, like, I don't even remember him doing anything. You know, he came onto the pitch and he sprinted hard for the first, like, 5-10 minutes. And then after that, he just, like, didn't want to press anymore. Didn't really care about coming back. Wasn't in the correct position as a striker a lot of the times. You know, there was one moment where Anthony had the ball on the right wing and it was just Rashford that was coming to help him. And you know, he's making a little jog outside the box. Like he wasn't even interested in trying to help Anthony to and get into the position where the striker is supposed to be so that maybe he could score a goal. So I don't know what's up with him. You know, but let's I'm going to shift towards a little bit of positivity. Alejandro Garnacho, my man of the match. The kid is special. Absolutely 2 fantastic goals by him. And you know what? I feel bad for this kid as well because his teammates have let him down. His teammates have let him down because that kid scored 2 fantastic goals. He put the team on his back today. He basically carried us over the finish line. And right, we had 1 foot on the finish line, and his team turned around and said, nah, fuck that, we're not finishing this race. And they just sat down on the ground and let everybody else pass them while he sat on the bench and watched his team bottle this shit again. I mean, you know, there were reports earlier that came out that his dream is to go to Real Madrid. I mean, at this point, it'll probably happen because with the way where we are and where he's going, he's going to become too big for us. And I know that sounds crazy because we're Manchester United and we're still one of the biggest clubs, if not the biggest club in the world. But in terms of performances, we are not. In terms of winning shit, we are not. And it sucks. It sucks to have somebody like a Garnacho, a Meno, Rasmus. Diallo didn't even feature today. And I feel like he deserved to get 20 minutes after what he did against Liverpool, and he didn't even feature today. It sucks to have players like that, and then Marcus Rashford's coming on and doing nothing. So I don't know. For me, this whole thing needs to be ripped up. I still want Erik ten Hag to be here next season. I think Erik ten Hag deserves a go under a proper structure, working with proper football people, identifying and getting targets in the summer and trying to construct a proper squad. And I think a lot of these players need removal. And this isn't just because it's Erik ten Hag. And I think Erik ten Hag's some sort of a special man or whatever. It could literally, anybody could be the manager. Anybody could be the manager right now, and I would be asking for them to continue into next season because everybody before him has failed. It's an impossible job with the way we were operating, and we're seeing this now. I think he said that we deserve to win that match. And by the way the second half went and by the performance that we put in, we did deserve to win that match. The problem is we didn't deserve to win that match because football is 90. Well, now it's 100 minutes if you add in all the injury time. But we didn't finish the game. We've bottled it again, and these players have a weak mentality. They've shown it time and time again, and it's actually very hard and very annoying to keep saying this because they showed fight, they showed determination, they showed character during the match. They were down 2-0. They fought, made it 2-2. They took the lead, made it 3-2. But when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, the final moment, they just don't have it in them. They just don't have it. This is not a group of winners. This is not a group of leaders. This is not a group of men. They let themselves down. They let the fans down. They let this club down time and time and time again. And there's no more excuses. There's no more hope for this team. And I hate that I have to do this type of a match reaction because I don't even like the negative shit. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you. A lot of people get accused of making negative stuff to get clicks and views and whatever. But in my experience so far of doing this channel, when United have positive results, like the one that we had against Liverpool, that's actually when I get the most views. That's when I get the most interaction. That's when I get people watching the videos the longest. I don't want to sit here and do this, but this is the reality of the situation that we're in. We are shit. We are shit, and our club is shit, and we've been shit for a long time. And Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Sir David Brailsford and Omar Barada and etc., they have the biggest job in the entire world because how they're going to fix this absolute disaster from injuries to just players not being good enough to not having the proper coaches. I mean, we have so many problems. And it's just, there's just no hope left for this team. I mean, this season has been a disaster. This season just feels cursed, man. It's cursed. I seen loads of people saying it's cursed, and I don't know if you believe in curses or not, but it certainly feels that way. It certainly feels like it's cursed because it's like nothing goes our way. Nothing good happens for us. I mean, and if it does, it's very, very little. It's very one-sided towards negative stuff towards stuff going against us. So I mean, it's just it's so hard, dude. It's so difficult to try and support this team. I mean, I don't know for the people that are watching here, but my whole upbringing was under Ferguson. I grew up. That was the United that I grew up watching. I had no other experience of United other than Ferguson. So all I knew was like winning and playing to the hardest you possibly could and challenging and being the best and then he left and it's been I always knew it was never going to be the same after, and I always knew it was going to be difficult, but if you told me it was going to be like this, I would have told you that there is absolutely no way. There is no way that it would ever end up like this. And, even the first goal, Onana had to save that. That was a cheap shit goal. I'm watching it here on the TV. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, he was playing so well, and then he does something like that, gives up that goal. Stupid penalty given up. 2-0. We fight back. We do a good job. I could read out some of the things Eric Ten Hag says. I'll do a little bit of player ratings and we'll end it because I've gone enough on my rant. And, Ten Hag saying we started poor, defending poorly on the first two occasions, but you could see us dominating the game. It was brilliant how we played. I mean, I actually agree with that. Like, we weren't playing bad. The defense wasn't good, and the like I mentioned before, the disconnect between the defense and the midfield was absolutely slaughtering us. But in terms of us like playing and going forward, we were doing a good job. We weren't even playing that bad. And then we really stepped it up after. And I think the second half we were brilliant. I think the second half we were brilliant. We were defending as a team, as a unit. We were defending very well. I actually from like about the 50th minute on, so I didn't even feel like Chelsea were going to score. I felt like we really solidified that, and I was looking for us to get a fourth. And then it's crumbled like this season has. All season long, it's crumbled. It crumbled. It fell apart. They lost their heads. They gave up. And it's actually one of the mysteries that I don't understand about this team. How you can show that fight, determination, to go from 2-0 down away from home, pick up your performance, fight back, score 3 away from home, and then collapse and lose the game at the end. I actually don't understand how that team is capable of doing it, because they've done this too many times. It's not a one-off thing. They've done it too many times, and I just don't understand how you can show the characteristics that we want to see from our players, and then it's like a flick of the switch. It just turns off instantly. And it's like they lose all their powers. It's like some Space Jam shit where they just lost all their abilities. Like I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. Ten Hag said we deserve to win this game, but you can't give it away like we did. We started poor, giving the ball away and defending poorly for the first 2 goals, and then we dominated the game. Yeah, I mean, I think that's true. But still, I can't say we deserve to win it based on performance, but I can't say we deserve to win it because we bottled it. So we didn't deserve to win it because we didn't finish out the game. We didn't finish out the game. It's as simple as that. Ten Hag saying the result is definitely a setback, and now we have to deal with this and get up. We are resilient, and you have seen that today. And again, I just mentioned that. We show resilience. We show character. We show fight. We show determination. You have to show all of that to fight back to 3-2 from 2-0 down. But then it's like they took their foot off the pedal, or they just gave up after the penalty. Like, because Delo made a mistake, whatever. There was still a point there, and they just shut off. They just turned off, and they didn't even get a point. There was times we played absolutely brilliant. That goal from Garnacho, the second one with Anthony, that was brilliant football, brilliant, and we need to see that more. But I don't know if these guys are capable of doing this, because I don't think they can do it consistently. They haven't shown us that. They haven't shown us that at all. So I'm gonna do some player ratings real quick, and then we'll end it there, because I don't want this to run too long, and we've already hit 20 minutes. If you tuned in, thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't already, smash the like button for me. It helps us out, helps us get more views, helps us get out there. It takes 2 seconds at a time, so we greatly appreciate that. Subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you know when we go live, and get involved in the chat or in the comments. Don't be shy. We want to hear from you. We want your opinions. That's what this community is supposed to be. And let me just pull up my player ratings that I have. And 2 seconds. Okay, Andre Onana. He's gonna get. It's difficult. Andre Onana. I'd probably give him a 5.5 because of the first goal. But I mean, he made some important saves for us. But I can't give him an average, because I think the first goal was something he definitely had to save, and there's no way that he let that in, Oh, give me a second, sorry. So Wan-Bissaka, give him a 5.5. I think in the first half, Wan-Bissaka was really poor. But in the second half, like the rest of the team, he really turned it up. And when Wan-Bissaka gets to the ground and starts making those last second ditch sliding tackles, there's nobody better than him at that. He stopped maybe like two counterattacks, 2 breaks by doing that. So 5.5 for me on that. I think he wasn't great in the first half. He turned it up in the second half. Varane went off injured, probably like a 5.5. I think in the beginning, we gave up 2 goals. Defending was kind of shit, and then didn't finish out the match. So what are you gonna do? I think Maguire, same thing, 5.5. Delo's gonna get a 5. Delo didn't play well in the first half either. And then he obviously gave up the penalty at the end, which I still think was very soft, but it was still dumb from him to put his hand on the guy when he lost his balance. I don't think he was intentionally trying to take him down, but he didn't have to put his arm across the player, and it led to the penalty. So he's got to get a 5 for that. Casemiro, I'm gonna be honest. Casemiro's scoring a 4.5 today. Because he was really bad. He looked absolutely lost. I don't know what was going on with him. There was a moment or two in the game where I was questioning his interest in playing, because he was like watching the dude dribble and didn't even try to get back. So 4.5 for Casemiro for me, because he just wasn't Casemiro today. That was like a whole Scott McTominay performance. Like, it was really bad, dude. It was really bad. And I was saying, like, to myself, pull him off at halftime. Like, he has to come off. Like, he was just awful. He was awful. Kobe, I'm gonna give him a 6, because the kid is the kid, and I think he had an average performance. I don't think he was bad. I don't think he was bad at all. Um, Bruno, I'm giving him a 6. Um, Scored an important goal. Means fuck all now because we've lost. But I still think he performed pretty well today. And, but in the first half, he wasn't that great. But he made up for it with the goal and some of the attacking display. But if we're holding him to captain standards, it's probably a 5 then. But I'm trying to not be so negative. I mean, Anthony, I think, was one of his best games probably for us this entire season. Beautiful assist to Garnacho. I would have to probably give him like a 6.5. I think he played very well. And he was probably one of the only players that I could say never stopped running. The dude was sprinting back. I mean, he was literally doing the midfield, the center midfield. He was doing their job for them because they're jogging back, and this guy's sprinting after the attack lost the ball, and he's sprinting back 90 yards just to cover the hole that the fucking center midfield is leaving because they didn't want to do it. Basically like the whole entire match. So yeah, I think Anthony was really good today. I think he tried to seize his opportunity that he was given a start, and he scored a goal last time out as well. And I think he's trying to force himself back into this starting position. So, which I would argue, hey, Garnacho, Anthony, Rasmus, because Rashford ain't doing it for me right now, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing from him in any aspect. He's really frustrating me, and he's getting on my nerves. And I think he needs to fucking go on the bench. I think he needs to be coming off of the bench for a few games. I don't think this should be a one-time thing. I think he should be, if Anthony has to do it, if a few other players have to do it, why can't he do it? He hasn't been great this season. He's not in form. He's not on fire. He's not doing much. He's not doing anything special that would warrant him to not get dropped. So I don't understand why he can't be moved to the role of coming off the bench. Alejandro Garnacho, he's getting a 7.5 from me. He's the man of the match, automatic man of the match. 2 fantastic goals. Obviously, the first one was kind of a gift from Saicedo, but still, the finish was cool, calm, beautiful. It's what I expect from this kid. We've seen him do it before. It was a great take, great finish, and then the second one was absolutely just that was like Ronaldo-esque type way. It was confidence. He timed it perfectly. It was a beautiful pass from Anthony, and that whole play was just absolutely beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Rasmus, he's gonna get a 5 for today. He wasn't involved too much. Again, our striker has finished the match without a shot on target. I don't understand how our striker is not even averaging 1 shot on target. I don't even know how many shots he had, but maybe it was like 2. Like, I don't understand how we still can't get him involved. Like, he needs to be getting involved. And I'm sure he's frustrated because I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated for him. It doesn't make sense. Like, we have our striker. We have this kid who I think has good talent and he has very high potential, and it's like we barely use him, and we need to get him more involved, and I don't know how we do that because we haven't been able to really figure it out. If we did, it was for a couple matches. There's no real consistency to it, so I don't know how you figure it out. Johnny Evans, I'm giving Johnny Evans a 6 because I think Johnny Evans when he came on was great. 4 very important blocks, got his body in the way. Unfortunately, had to come off injured literally like 5 minutes after he came on. So, but I can't blame him for coming off injured. That just has nothing to do with his performance, really. I think for the time that he was on, he didn't do anything wrong. And he did good things that contributed and to the defense, so he gets a 6. Kumbala, I want to give Kumbala a 6, maybe even a 6.5. I think the kid didn't put a foot wrong from when he came in. He was showing confidence, and we might have another youngster here. And this is what I really want to focus on, is that we need to, that's what that rebuild has to be. It has to be centered around Garnacho, Rasmus, Kobe, hopefully Diallo, if he gets his chance, and potentially maybe Willie Kumbwala here. We're looking at center backs. Maybe we should just promote this kid and get one more and get 2 of these other guys out the door. I would even look to be, playing Kumbwala over Lindelof at this point, which will happen now because Lindelof is injured, but Marcus Rashford, he's getting a 4 for me. I just don't know what he did. I don't know what he contributed, and I don't know what's with him. I just don't know. I just don't know about Marcus Rashford anymore. I really don't. It's very, 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 very concerning that this guy can be like this. And I just don't understand why he keeps happening. And like I said, I think he needs to be on the bench. I think he needs to be put on the bench for multiple matches. Like other players have been put on the bench for multiple matches. I mean, Anthony, who is literally Ten Hag signing, was literally lost his spot and put on the bench forever. And I think the same thing has to happen to Marcus Rashford. There should be no special treatment. He is not. There's no credit in the bank for him this season for him to not be in that position. I think right now he should be moved to the bottom of the list, and Garnacho, Anthony, and Diallo should be getting in ahead of him. And if he wants to fucking sulk and cry and bitch and moan about it, then maybe he should leave in the summer. If this is how he's going to keep acting, because this isn't the first time and this isn't the first manager that I've seen this guy mood change multiple times, and it sucks because I actually like Marcus Rashford. I love him as a player and I want him to do good, but you can't have that at a football club if a player is going to act like this. When things are good, he's the best player to have around, and when things go bad or things don't go his way, he becomes toxic, and you don't want him at the club, or he doesn't want to be at the club. So we can't be having that. We can't be having that. So he make up his mind, look at his attitude, look at himself, and figure out what he wants to do. And if he can't sort that shit out, then maybe he should go, because I'm on my last straw with this guy. I can't. You come on there, you done nothing, started walking, started jogging, didn't even put in an effort to get in the correct positions. Just started going out on the left wing because that's where he wants to be. Doesn't even want to be in the center. Meanwhile, you're put on the pitch, you're getting an opportunity, and it just doesn't make sense. McTominay, a 5. Ball hit off him at the end for the goal, but like, can you really blame him for that? Like, I don't know how that's necessarily his fault. It's just a deflection. He did all right, but like, he didn't do much when he came on. Mason Mount, I'm gonna give him a 6. I think he did all right, and he came on, and I probably want him to be starting. And Eric Ten Hag, Eric Ten Hag, I'm going to give him a 6.5 for this match, because I really feel like we lost, we bottled it, but I feel like it's not his fault. It's not his fault. Like, the players on the pitch, the players have shown this time and time again. I think Ten Hag made good substitutions, other than maybe the Rashford one. I would probably put on Diallo. That's the only fucking place I'll disagree with him. Like, because Rashford didn't do fuck all, and I would have just either kept on Rasmus or put on Diallo, but I understood why he put on Rashford, because there was a lot of space. Chelsea were leaving a lot of space in behind, and we were trying to counterattack, and Rashford is supposed to be good at that, but he just looked like he just didn't give a fuck at all. So, I mean, to lose this match, I don't see what Erik ten Hag did wrong for him to not to get below a 6. I don't think he did anything wrong. I think you can disagree with him on 1 or 2 substitutions, but the way he set up the team, the way that the team was fighting back, fought back, the way the team came out in the second half and played, I think he set them up very well. The players bottled it at the end. I can't blame the manager for that. And once again, I'm going to say that I still think that this guy should be here at the start of next season. So that's our player ratings. That's everything. Garnacho, your man of the match, undoubtedly, once again. I think Anthony was a close second behind him, and that's pretty much it. And that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. You know, I still can't really believe that we bottled this match. I mean, these players are jokers. They're absolute jokers, man. Absolute jokers. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't smashed the like button, please, please, please smash the like button. I greatly appreciate it. It really helps us out, and it just takes 2 seconds of your time. So please just hit the like button for us, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content and you want to become a member of the community. Get involved in the chat, the comments down below. Leave your opinions, thoughts, comments, anything I said, the match, United, Ten Hag, any of the players, and we will discuss that at a different point. But other than that, try and enjoy the rest of your night, evening, morning, wherever you're watching in the world. Thank you. Hopefully we'll see you again. When are we playing? Sunday against Liverpool? That should be fun. I'm sure they'll be super deflated after this, dropping points to Brentford, losing all the points to Chelsea in the manners that we did, both late goals in both games. So now I'm worried for against the Liverpool match, because I feel like these guys have the potential to just go there and just get slapped. Even though Liverpool aren't playing absolutely stunning, but when it's a derby, and everything goes out the window. And if these lot decide that they are gonna fucking turn up half-ass or not give 100%, they will get smashed. So hopefully not. But till then, if anything major breaks, we will be going live. Turn on notifications if you haven't already. Other than that, thank you for tuning in. Be safe, be well. Thank you. We love you. Have a good night.